Hey guys, I want to do a little video about homeschooling and the journey of homeschooling and something that I've just picked up over the 9 years I've been doing it. And even though I have my master's in education, I'm just throwing all of that knowledge to the wayside with my own kids in the sense of like, I'm not making them do the regimented public school thing that I kind of like was really bored into me during my educational years in undergrad and grad, and I'm basically starting completely from scratch with all of my mindsets, every single thing that I thought worked, every single milestone that they should have hit as young people, and I'm having to basically just start with a clean mindset and just think through what are the important things that I want my kids to graduate with. And this is something I have to go over and over in my mind. And when we're having a good day, when we're having a bad day, when we're having a day where I feel like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then some days I'm like, we did amazing today. And I have to really think through like, what are the overall milestones that I can say, awesome. And I can't pressure myself and put this weight of anxiety on me. It's just not feasible to be like, everything I say and do is going to affect my kids for the rest of their lives. And if I miss a time period in history, and if I miss a particular math skill, like they're going to be completely crippled the rest of their life. And if I don't do enough social things, they're going to be crippled socially the rest of their life. And if I don't do enough spiritual things, they're going to be, so I can't have this mindset of like, I have to check all these boxes in order for them to have a happy, safe childhood. That's just not feasible, okay? It's not. So what can I say when they graduate? I want to make sure when they graduate that they are loved, that they feel love from me and their parents, me and their dad, their extended family. They feel loved, they feel confident about them as humans. That goes into research about them later on being able to take risk in business, risk in education. If they feel secure and confident in who they are, in their foundation, in the people that have raised them, then they're going to be better to take risk. They're going to be better to want to create, to feel like, you know what, even if I mess up, I still have a good foundation. I still have people that love me, that are going to help me and support me either way. So, number one, that they feel love. Number two, that they can be creative. They can think outside of the box. They can problem solve. They can figure out a new solution that maybe people haven't looked at because, maybe we read a lot of books or we went and did a lot of trips or we went and did things that were unconventional, and it helps their imagination to bloom and blossom during this time. So when they're 16, 17, 18, they're coming up with these creative solutions to a problem that maybe their peers may or may not be able to solve. So that's a goal for me. They can use that creativity in the art world, like myself. They can use that creativity in maybe the mechanical world, in the engineering world, in the starting their business world, in the entrepreneur, whatever. That creativity is a very broad umbrella of creativity, thinking outside the box, and problem solving kind of all rolls into one for me. So feeling love, feeling creative, feeling that they can learn, continue learning in their life. Continue a lifelong pursuit of learning. So whether that means all of the hours, thousands of hours that I've spent on a Barnes & Noble, the reading, the having literature in the home, the going to thrift stores and just bringing books by the truckload into the house, building more shelves to house the books, getting excited about a series that they're reading, reading out loud to them every day. All of this goes into the love of learning. And they say, parents don't take their kids to bookstores. They don't read to their kids anymore. And so like this huge percentage of kids are walking away with a high school diploma, but like never pick up a book the rest of their life. So that's not good. So I definitely want to have a goal of just lifelong pursuit of learning. If you don't know something, let's go find the tool to find it, find the site to find it, find a way that you can know more about it. That knowledge is forever, that the pursuit of knowledge, the talking to mentors, the knowledge is power mindset. So those are the top 3 things that I want to see my kids have when they graduate. And I think that's a pretty good, nice umbrella of things that I can feel secure, I can feel happy about. I don't have to feel anxious knowing that I missed something in their school and their education, but they feel loved, they can feel creative, and they have this pursuit of lifelong learning. And I think as a parent, something for you guys to have as your foundation as well when you're going through life with your kids, whether or not you're a homeschool family or not. Just having this mindset of like, hey, at the end of the day, does my child feel love from us, feel forgiveness, we apologize, we hug, but you know what, I messed up today. That's part of feeling loved. That secure household, that secure relationship. Do they feel like they have a creative mind? Are you involved in their creative pursuits? Are you involved in when they come to you with a cool thing they discovered, a cool thing they built? Are you saying, that's awesome, that's great, you can do, you know, whatever you want, I love that, that's amazing, you're such a good writer, you're such a good dreamer, dancer, speaker, whatever, you're encouraging these early pursuits early on, or just like, wow, you have such a great way with words or whatever, like your words are positive. And then lastly, and have a lifelong habit of just learning. Like, oh, I love how let's read a book about this. Let's learn about this. Let's watch National Geographic about this. Let's read the news. Let's discuss what happened. You know, just having this overall pursuit of lifelong learning and bringing that into just daily conversations, having these conversations with your kids. And like when you're in the car, talk about the news. When you're at the table, the dinner table, like, hey, what happened today? And like, how did that make you feel? Or just having that open conversation, learning the conversational skills, learning that, you know what, we can have an open mind about things. People can be different than us. People can believe different than us, but we can still have a great conversation to learn about other people, to accept other people from different backgrounds and cultures. And there's interesting people out there that we just love to learn about, and cultures and foods and all of these things that goes into the lifelong pursuit of learning, the mindset of learning. And so hopefully that encourages you guys today. Have an awesome day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for my homeschool adventures with Crystal Marshall.